you've spoken before about the 64 forms of Bhairav, and then there are the 8 main forms of Bhairav which you were referring to. So, what are these 8 forms and how are they different from the Kal Bhairav form? So, what's the relationship between those? And is Kal Bhairav the complete Bhairav form there, or is that a different form and then do the other forms reside somewhere else? So I have some of these doubts in my mind. I just wanted to understand that.
So basically there are, the Rudrayamal Tantra mentions there are 64 forms of Bhairava. So each of these Bhairavas are also connected to different kalas. There are 64 kalas we know, arts. 64 areas where of activity, of perfection. So in each of these there is at least one Bhairava present. Along with that there will be a Shakti also with the Bhairava. So of these 64, 8 of the Bhairavas are considered most powerful, most important. These are the Ashta Bhairavas, 8. So they are basically, they have links to directions. From east, then it comes to other directions and all that. So first it starts with Asitanga Bhairava, Rudu Bhairava, Chanda Bhairava, Krodha Bhairava, Unmatta Bhairava, Kapala Bhairava, Bhishana Bhairava, Samhara Bhairava. Each of these 8 Bhairavas contain certain directions, certain domains, certain activities they are very good at. They can bless you with those activities. Like, for example, Rudu Bhairava is like a Guru form of Bhairava. If he blesses you, the Guru Tattva will activate an individual. Okay. Samhara Bhairava, as the name suggests, Samhara means destruction. So he is invoked when there are very lot of negative things in a particular place. Then say Chanda Bhairava. Chanda Bhairava, if you look at it, if you look at his iconography, is almost like Kartikeya. It's almost like Skanda. He'll have a peacock, he'll have a bow and arrow. He's white in color. Okay. Only when he's going into battle, he becomes very fierce. And he is very good in destroying enemies. Just like Kartikeya destroys so many asuras, he destroys a lot of enemies. Okay. And he gives a certain certain power in your activity so that you succeed in whatever you're doing. Enemy did not always be an individual. It could be, suppose I want to buy a ticket, railway ticket today, and there are like 200 people standing in the line. So you have a goal. Whatever is obstructing you from that goal is your enemy. Okay, it need not be an individual. It could be a circumstance. So he gives you the energy to go through the circumstance and reach your goal. Chanda Bhairava. Similarly, Krodha Bhairava is there. Krodha Bhairava has similarities with, you will see that Vaishnavi Shakti. So there are Ashta Matrikas are there. Their corresponding Bhairavas are these Bhairavas. So there are chakras in which these Ashta Bhairavas can be worshipped. In some cases, not very common, but some cases, people may have any one of these Ashta Bhairavas whom they specifically worship. Okay, which is also possible, and certain unique capacities of that Bhairava will start manifesting to that individual. Okay, 1-2 cases I have seen. One of the Bhairavas specifically was invoked in case of somebody who was having a lot of health issues, of particular type of health issues. So that Bhairava's blessing puja was done and things got resolved eventually. So this 8 Bhairavas, they have a link to the direction, they have specific capacities, and they have specific puja paddhatis also and mantras also. So worshipping them gives you blessings related to that particular Bhairava. And they're very important because these 8 these are like the primary Bhairavas of the 64 Bhairavas. More powerful than these 8 is Kala Bhairava and Batuka Bhairava. Kala Bhairava is the original.
Sorry, so may I just ask you this, when you're saying the 8 Bhairavas are there, and then you're saying more powerful than these is the Kal Bhairav and the Batuk Bhairav. Are Kal Bhairav and Batuk Bhairav part of the 64?
So it is like this. Actually, there is only one Bhairava.
Right.
That is the Adi Bhairav or the Kal Bhairav, whom we call it. Out of himself, he projects various Bhairavas. Just like we were discussing, there is only one Shakti, there is Adi Shakti. She manifests various forms out of herself. Each of these forms are individual though. They have their mantra, they have their personality, etc. etc. Same way, Bhagavan Bhairav ek hi hai. He manifests out of himself this Ashta Bhairava. Each of these Ashta Bhairavas again manifest 8. Like this, eventually there is a 64 Krama of Bhairava that comes in. Okay, so, and this concept is very interesting to understand. When we say we are manifesting, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि दोनों एक हो गया है. They are complete. Once a projection of another Bhairava form is created, he functions independently in the universe.